Everyone knows that Arak was the first capital of Чингис Khan. It's in Henti Aymak in the area of Hudarul. And it was there that many of the major events happened in the life of Чингис Khan. One of the most important at the Rashan was the illness of his second son, Ogüde. When Ogüde was born, he was not a very healthy child at first. And Mother Bertha took him to the spring of Rashan in order to improve his health, both with drinking the water and also with bathing him in the water. So it had a long history. And then when Чингис Khan went off to conquer Central Asia, he came back to that area and he built the first warehouses in order to house the wealth that he brought back from Central Asia and from the Khwarezm Empire. He had originally sent a caravan to the Khwarezm Empire, and the Shah of Khwarezm had killed the entire caravan, and so Чингис Khan then invaded Khwarezm, and he brought back all the wealth that they had stolen from the Mongols, and he brought it back to Hudarul, to the area very close to the Orak Rashan. And throughout the early years of Чингис Khan's life, it was his primary base. And when he went off to war, his wives stayed in that area. Then later on, after Чингис Khan's life, the area was owned by Tolo, his youngest son, because he was the keeper of the hearth, the prince of the family hearth. He kept that area. And then Ogüde was given the area in the western Mongolia. So he had to build a new capital, which he built at Hahoren. But Orak was the first capital of the Mongolian nation. Hudarul is a very important area because that's where the Tsinka River joins the Helen River. And it was like a small island there of great prosperity, which was very good in the summertime for the animals, plenty of water, plenty of grass, plenty of everything. And so when Ogüde was elected Great Khan, the Hural was held in that area. And at the end of that summer, after he was elected Great Khan, then Shigi Hutuk wrote The Secret History of the Mongols. It's still debated if he was really the author. I think he was the author. Other scholars disagree. But all scholars agree that it was written there. It was written in the hills around Hudarul. So it's a sacred area, both from the time of Чингис Khan, from the time of Ogüde Khan, and all the way till today. It has remained a sacred area for good health and also for good spiritual value. This year I came back to Mongolia and I was very happy to see Arak Rashan water. This is the same water that Чингис Khan drank. This is the same water that Mother Bertha used to cure the illness of Ogüde. This is the same water that was used at the election in the Hurul that elected Ogüde as the great Khan of Mongolia. It's a great water, a very important water for the body, a very important water for the spirit and for the history of Mongolia. This was the water of the great Khans of the past, and today it's the water that all of us can enjoy. The water of history, the water of the great Khans.